Vachan Prerna Divas or Reading Day is celebrated on 15th of October to pay tribute to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who loved reading and writing. This day is observed so that children understand the importance of reading and are encouraged to develop it as a hobby. Abul Pakir Jainaluddin Abdul Kalam was an Indian aerospace scientist who served as the 11th President of India from 2002 to 2007. He was born and raised in Rameshwaram, Tamil Nadu and studied physics and aerospace engineering. He always said, "Books are my favorite friends and I consider my home library with many thousand books my greatest wealth." Books are the quietest and the most constant of friends. They are the most accessible and wisest of counselors and the most patient of teachers. Reading fictional stories can take you to a new world, improving your imagination by visualizing the fictional world whole setup and getting familiar with every character. Reading is one of the most important habits one needs to develop in life. Developing reading habit from early age leads to ensuring love for books. The more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you go. When you read, you exercise your comprehension abilities, your analytical abilities. It fires up your imagination and stimulates the memory center of your mind. It helps recall information as well as stabilize your emotions. The importance of reading habit is that it strengthens mental muscle. Abdul Kalam said, "You cannot change your future, but you can change your habits. And surely your habits will change your future." Reading is a powerful tool of change, and so to stand by Dr. Abdul Kalam's words, let's begin today by reading a book each day. Wings of Fire is an autobiography of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. It is the story of a boy from a humble background who went on to become a key player in Indian missile programs and later became the President of India. A young boy who tries to achieve his dreams beating all odds. It examines his early life, effort, hardship, fortitude and his experience with his friends. It includes early life of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam and his work in Indian space research and missile programs.
Good morning everyone. I, Utkarsh Deshpande from 9B, would like to share my experience about book reading. When you read, you exercise your comprehension abilities and your analytical abilities. It fires up your imagination and stimulates the memory centers of your mind. It helps you to recall the information and as well as to help you to balance your emotion. The importance of reading habit is that it strengthens your mental muscle. Reading consistently strengthens the connection in your brain and improves the memory and concentration. Reading helps you to reduce the stress level and also helps you to sleep better. Now, I would like to share some points from Einstein's biography. Albert Einstein was born on 14th March 1879 in German city of Ulm. Einstein was highly gifted in mathematics and interested in physics. The German-born physicist who developed the special and general theories of relativity and also won the Nobel Prize in 1921 for his explanation of photoelectric effect. Einstein explained that a calm and modest life can bring more happiness. Einstein excelled at maths and physics from a very young age, reaching a mathematical level years ahead. At age of 13, when he had become more serious about philosophy and music. The story begins with the young Albert being in his history class. The teacher asked him about a date, to which Albert said that it is pointless to remember date. He was of the thinking that he can flip through the pages whenever he wants to know the date. Einstein's most significant achievements were quantum theory of light, the special theory of relativity, the Bose-Einstein condensed state, the general theory of relativity, the photoelectric effect, and the wave-particle duality. So I request you all to read more books. In our library, plenty of books are available. Make use of it. Don't read success stories, it will give you only wisdom. Read failure stories, you will get some ideas to get success. Thank you.
Hello everybody, I am Shubhakshi from class 9P and I am here to give you all the book review of a novel, Three Men in a Boat. Three Men in a Boat by Jerram K. Jerram is a classic English novel published in 1889 that gives a detailed journey of three Englishmen and a dog on the river Thames. The author has done a remarkable job by adding hilarious stories in between that add extra fun to the whole story. My review. To begin with, there are three men who plan to go for a vacation with a dog, and after a great deal of discussion, they plan to go for a boat vacation. The three men are George, Harris, and Jerome. The dog is named as Montmorency. As we can relate from the publishing date, this book shows the England that was in the 19th century. The story begins with three men discussing about their illness that they thought they are suffering from, but in reality they are not. Since it was in 19th century, they consulted medical books to refer their symptoms, while we today rely on the Google doctor. So, as a matter of fact, Jerome was not ill, but he made an assumption that he is ill by matching his symptoms to those mentioned in the medical book. Today we also do the same. Before consulting a real physician, we refer to the internet, match our symptoms, and feel that we are suffering from a chronic disease. As I said earlier, they were not suffering from any disease. They made a plan to have change in their daily lives, go to some place and have fun. Lately, they decided for a boat vacation. The author put forward a humorous story of Uncle Podger who make everyone work, just give orders to his children and wife, and then complain as to how hardworking he is by literally doing nothing. The most inspiring part is when they decide to have less items on the boat to keep the boat light. We can relate this to our lives too. Then there is another story of Jerome's friend who bought cheese at Liverpool and how Jerome bought those cheese to his friend's house, and the whole scenario turns out to be funny indeed. The funniest part is their packing of stuffs for vacation. We can relate to the packing we do for our vacation too. How Jerome forgets where he kept his toothbrush, whether he kept the boots or not, and then repacks everything, and how they wake up late in the morning and there is chaos in the scene and all are relatable and hilarious. Everything that happens in the story looks real. The train incidents is humorous as to how they caught their train and reached Kingston. Yet again, Jerome comes with a story of two ladies on boat who were not dressed as per the boating costume or the clothes that are friendly to go for a water picnic. How those girls dealt with their water picnic when they laced up and silky dress.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Vidhi Rangdali, and I am studying in class 10C. Vachna Prerna Divas or Reading Day is observed every year on 15th October on the birth anniversary of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who strongly advocated reading more as a necessity rather than a hobby. On this really intellectual day, I would like to express some words about one of the works that I've kept archived in my mind. Non-fiction is a genre that checks no one's academic accomplishments but is an examination by the person who conducts at his own self to test if he or she possesses unique ability called imagination. One of the big B's of non-fiction include Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, authored by Roald Dahl. The story is about a young boy named Charlie Bucket who lives in extreme poverty. A poor but virtuous boy, Charlie, lives in a tiny house with his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Bucket, and all four of his grandparents. Once a year, on his birthday, Charlie receives one bar of Wonka chocolate, which he savors over many months. For the first time in decades, Willy Wonka, the eccentric and delicious making chocolate maker, is opening the doors of his unique chocolate factory for five members of the public. The lucky five who find a golden ticket in their Wonka chocolate bars within a day-long tour of the factory and lifetime supply of Wonka treats. I hope you enjoy these delicious recommendations after your examinations to calm your mood and enjoy your day. Thank you.
Aryavish Pawar, 4th A. Today we celebrate Vachan Prerna Divas. Here I read one story, how Prithviraj Chauhan won his bride. Prithviraj Chauhan was the last Rajput king who sat on the throne of Delhi. His cousin Jaichand was the king of Kannauj. Prithviraj was in love with Sayukta, the daughter of Jaichand, and the princess returned his love. But Jaichand was the deadly enemy of Prithviraj and refused to give his daughter in marriage. Instead, he ordered, let Sayukta choose her husband at an open swayamvar. In olden times in India, The princess and woman of high birth choose a husband from among all the princes and nobles gathered together. This was called a Swayamvar. Jaichand fixed the day for this gathering of princes from among who he wanted his daughter to choose her husband. All the princes except Prithviraj were invited to this grand feast. Jaichand made a clay image of Prithviraj and put it up in mockery at the door of wedding hall as a doorkeeper. The wedding hall was wonderfully decorated. All the princes had come and were seated in the hall. In all the splendor, from the inner door entered the lovely princess with a marriage garland in her hands. She wore a beautiful golden dress and was adorned with glittering jewels. She would walk with slowly footsteps and pass from one row to another, looking to the right nor to the left. Each of princess hoped that she would choose him and put the garland around his neck. Thank you.
The White Elephant. Long ago, when animals could talk like humans, a great herd of elephants lived in a forest near Himalayan mountains. The finest elephant in the tribe was a rare white animal. Unfortunately, his mother of the white elephant was old and blind, and although her son gathered sweet wild fruits every day for her, he was often angry to find that the other elephants stole his mother's food. Mother, he said, it would be better if we both go and live alone in a distant cave I have discovered. The mother of elephant agreed, and for some time the two of them lived happily in a peaceful atmosphere near a glade of wild fruits. Until one evening they heard loud cries of coming from the great forest. That is the voice of a man in distress, said the white animal. I must go and see if I can help him. Don't go, my son, said his mother. I am old and blind, but I know the ways of human being towards us. Your godness will be rewarded by teachery. But the white elephant could not think of anyone in trouble, and he hurried down to the lake in the directions of the cries, where he discovered a man who was a forester. Don't fear me, stranger, he said. Tell me, how can I help you? Thank you,